It showed that aggression becomes an accepted mode of behaviour if reinforced, and that aggression is more likely to be reproduced if it's part of the social and cultural norms of the group and through the influence of others. However, the social learning theory can be criticised as people don't always copy what they see, and it doesn't state that they copy good behaviours as well as bad. Bandura in 1973 suggested that aggressive behaviour away from sport is more likely to be demonstrated by those involved or interested in sport, which allows contact. There has been findings to suggest that contact sports have a causal effect on aggression, both in and out of sporting context, which was agreed effect on aggression. Both in and out of sporting context, which was agreed by the S theorists, including Bandura. Through frustration-aggression hypothesis. The frustration-aggression hypothesis was suggested by Dollard et al., and he stated that aggression occurs because frustration arises due to the goal blockage. This theory states that every time a player becomes frustrated, this will always cause aggression. If the aggressive act is successful, aggression is released, which is known as cathartic release. It describes how if aggression fails and results in punishment, this will cause more frustration to be generated because it will make a sporting professional more angry. This theory relates to the interactionalist approach as the environment has triggered the aggressive personality trait. However, there are criticisms of frustration-aggression hypothesis. There is little support due to instinctness, that frustration will always cause aggression. It also doesn't show that an account for individual differences, and it uses coping strategies to deal with feeling frustrated. It doesn't account for aggression being learnt. For example, having experienced a lot of aggression in their childhood, they may grow up with the idea that it's okay to be hostile towards others because that's what they've been taught. The final one is the aggressive cue hypothesis, which builds upon frustration-aggression hypothesis and was produced by Berkowitz in 1969. He described that frustration does not assuredly lead into aggressive behaviour, and proposed that frustration creates a readiness for aggression. It suggests that frustration leads to an increase in arousal level. It also suggests that aggression only occurs when the individual is in a state of readiness and is already irritated and triggered by the environmental stimulus. So a person can't just go straight from being happy to being very aggressive.
Coaches of sporting teams such as Phil Neville should be aware of what causes aggression in their players. And it's my understanding that there are different strategies that the players themselves and others can use to lower the rate of aggression. Is this correct?
Yes, there are many different stimuli which can lead to aggressive behaviours in their players, from general high levels of anger, which can easily be triggered, to others being aggressive so they retaliate with hostile behaviour. It's important that the coaches can recognise these aggressive triggers because it can be the first stages to preventing aggressive outbursts. Coaches have the ability to minimize aggression. For example, on a team, they can select compatible people to go together with personalities that clash to be separated to prevent any aggression between them. They could punish aggressive behavior, and non aggressive behavior could be positively reinforced. Players can cope with aggression by doing prevention techniques such as taking a step back after a trigger, which leads to outbursts. They can take deep breaths, count to 10. They can positively self talk and distract from aggressive cues. Finally, um, there can be aggressive aggression by viewers and supporters by sporting activities, and to control this they can be separated, and more CCTV can be reinforced, limits on alcohol and drugs which can be a big contributor.